Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. So today I am here to film this video for you guys of my 5-minute real quick and easy everyday makeup routine. And people have asked me so much like what I wear every day, and this is pretty much it. So before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to see a real quick and easy makeup tutorial for my everyday look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do, and what I always do just like when I'm getting ready, is moisturizer. So I've started using this Kiehl's moisturizer here, which is amazing. This is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. It's so good, it's so hydrating. You literally only need like a small bit and it goes a really long way. So I just rub this all into my skin first. Oh my god, I just got it in my eye. It's not what you're supposed to do, but whatever. So once the moisturizer is all rubbed in, I then have started kind of using this product. So this is the Flawless Filter from Charlotte Tilbury. Like, I don't know what this is. I thought this was foundation when I first got it, but I don't think it actually is. It's kind of like an illuminating primer base. I don't know, you could probably wear this on its own, but like I like a little bit more coverage. So I just kind of rub this all the way into my skin as well. I feel it really important to put the moisturizer on first and then this, because it kind of helps it to blend into your skin a little bit more, because this is kind of like a slightly thicker consistency than like a moisturizer would be. And I just rub this pretty much everywhere. You can see already like my skin looks like way more hydrated and glowy and all that kind of jazz, you know. Also, Love Island finals on tonight and I'm so excited. I hope Jack and Danny win. I'm just like praying. They are just goals. Okay, so next up is my foundation. I said that's so weird there. I don't even know what came out of my mouth. I'm absolutely obsessed with the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. It's kind of the only foundation I use these days because I just love how it looks on my skin. So I'm just gonna take like 3 little pumps of this, and then basically I'm just gonna blend this all over my face until it's completely rubbed in. Yeah, so the texture of this foundation is unreal and the coverage is nice too. It's super buildable, so you can literally make it like as heavy as you want. Like I would wear this day and night, just kind of putting more on depending on what I'm doing and where I'm going. And then I just use the NARS concealer as well. So I literally just kind of pop this underneath my eyes just to brighten them up a little bit, like that, and then I'll sometimes put some just on my lids as well, just so it blends right in together. And then just taking a little small eyeshadow blending brush, I literally just like buff this all into my skin, blend it into the foundation. The colour of the NARS foundation that I'm using is Fiji. It's a little bit light. Normally I use Stromboli. You can see I'm a little bit too tan for that. And then the concealer is the shade Vanilla. So basically just blend these two in. I look really weird now. I really need to put a bit of bronzer on to awaken my skin, I think. So once that's all blended in, I then just take some translucent powder, and I'm really loving the new Huda Beauty one. So this is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Powder in the shade Pound Cake. And I literally am just going to take some of this on any kind of fluffy brush and just put this right underneath my eyes and all over the lid, just to set that and just to take away any stickiness that might be on my face from obviously the wet products. I don't put powder everywhere, I just kind of put it around my eye area because that's where it tends to crease the most for me. And then I'll put some like kind of in here around my nose because that gets a little sweaty looking, and then a little bit around my mouth too because that also gets sweaty looking and it's not a good vibe for anybody. And swiftly moving on to my eyebrows. So I kind of just use the same product all the time for my brows, which is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in the shade Chocolate. I kind of go between Chocolate and Ebony. They're like, obviously like Ebony is way darker than Chocolate is. And then I use the Brow Wiz as well in dark brown. So I love taking the little spoolie bit of the Brow Wiz and just like combing through the brow hairs just to make them like super neat. this is the kind of makeup I would do, you know, when you're just going out, if you're going to a meeting or just going to work or whatever. And my brows are always like really tangled when I wake up. I think it's just the way I sleep. I think I must sleep with my face like mashed into my pillow, which isn't good for my eyebrows. So it's really important to give them a little comb here and there. Sometimes I will fill my brows in just using this, but I actually just kind of find it easier using the dip brow. I'm just used to the product. I've literally been using it for so long now. So I just have some of that product on my brush here. This is the Inglot 31T brush that I use for brows. And then I'm just taking a wet wipe and I'm literally just like putting all the excess product onto the wet wipe and then just kind of patting it down. So the brush is actually really wet now, and then it's not like soaked in too much product, if that makes sense. I might zoom in a little bit so you can see a bit clearer. I pretty much just kind of like go from underneath the brow, just work the product through. Obviously you go as heavy as you want, but I think because my makeup is more natural, I don't want to go too heavy. And then as I go to the front of the brow, just comb it up. So my eyebrows and stuff are done, and then I'm just going to do a quick contour. So lately I've been using this just for my everyday kind of contour because it's a little bit more natural. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow Contour and Highlight Palette. Actually like really gorgeous. It looks super light, but like it actually comes out really nice and really bronzy. So I literally just work this like right under my cheekbones just to give a little bit of colour, because I feel like my face just looks super flat from that foundation because it is a little bit light, I think, for my skin. It's a really nice shade. I actually love this. And then I'll bring it up into my forehead as well. I'm literally putting my makeup on to sit down and watch the Love Island final, like, who am I? And I'll just do the same on this side. These products are gorgeous. They're so buttery. I think that's like, it's a powder product, but it just feels so buttery when it goes on. The only way I can kind of describe it. And then taking this blush from L'Oreal called Life's a Peach. It's a really beautiful shade of blush, and it also smells literally like a peach, which is dreamy. I'm using the exact same brush, and I'm just gonna apply this like just kind of on top of the contour. Just blend it right in, but it just gives you a nice colour on your cheeks. I'm just going back to this little palette here. I'm just taking that bronze kind of shade, and I'm just gonna really gently just like kind of contour my eyelids. So just run this through my crease, just again so your eyes don't look really flat, but you don't want to wear like a lot of eyeshadow. And it will also help from your eyelids like sweating if you have a little something on them. Then I'm just gonna add some mascara. So this is the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. This is my favourite mascara. I've literally been using this since it launched back in like February, I think. Like, it really opens up your eye. It's crazy. Just dipping my brush in the highlighter. This highlighter is beautiful. Again, it's gorgeous just for like an everyday kind of a highlighter because it's really soft. And again, really buttery, and it still gives you a nice glow without being like too much in your face. But I like my highlighter to be too much in my face, to be honest. And then I like to highlight my nose as well. I love my nose being like super highlighted. And then just taking like my little baby finger with a bit of highlighter on it, I just pop that right in the inner corners too. Last but not least, I have two more steps, but I'm going to do my lips first. So my everyday kind of lip colour varies. Like, I mean, it totally depends on where I'm going and what I'm wearing. Who is texting me? Rude. A lip liner, I use Strip Down from MAC. This is literally, like, you can tell I use this a lot. I need to buy a new one. So I literally just line my lips with this. Very boring. Just a little trick, so like my lip liner looks really jagged, so I'm just taking the foundation and just like a clean little like liner brush, and I'm literally just going around the edges just to smoothen that up. It takes 2 seconds. This is such a good trick if you're wearing like a really dark lip, like a red lip or whatever, and it goes everywhere. So just by kind of clearing up the edges, it's very rare that I get it like really good in one go, to be honest. Then I'm just going to go in with some Charlotte Tilbury Nude Kate. Again, you can tell I use this all the time because it's nearly empty. So I'm just popping this on. And then I'd leave it like that, but sometimes I like to add a gloss on top. So I'm going to just throw this gloss on. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Venus Lip Gloss. And I'll just like pull a little bit of this on top just to give an extra kind of glow to my lips, bit of dimension to my face. And then one last thing that I like to do is just kind of emphasize my freckles that I have. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. So I have kind of big freckles here on my cheek, and they're looking a little bit like dirty just from the makeup that's gone over them. So just taking that exact lip liner, which is stripped down from MAC, and I'm just going over it. And here that I have a little freckle. And there you have it. There is like a really quick 5-minute everyday makeup that I wear all the time. This is literally my go-to if you see me just running about all day and I have to throw a bit of makeup on. I actually hate wearing makeup a lot of the time, but if I do have to wear makeup, this is the kind of look I would do. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful if you're kind of struggling with an everyday, because sometimes I find it really hard to find a nice in between. You're either like no makeup or like done up to the max, which is literally me, like literally me. So yeah, I hope this was like helpful for some of you guys, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Bye.